my opinion, as a supervisor, it is very essential for us, like for example, for us to learn at least more languages in order to work with other people, because when you're within an organization, you have workers, employees, colleagues coming from other languages with other races with different languages, and this will actually help for you to communicate with them better. As for example, you're a Malay, wanted to speak to a Chinese colleagues. So when you know Mandarin, it will be easier for you to communicate with them. And this will also not only to communicate with them better, it's also to know them better, because to work in an organization, you have to have a better teamwork. So by learning another language will help you will help the team to become a very effective team. Thank you.
In my opinion, supervisors need to it is important if they have to know more than one language, because it have their own benefits. For example, in terms of dealing with clients, they can talk in different languages, because in their field there are so many customers that they have different languages. So if the supervisors have many language, so they can dealing with the customers easily. And then secondly, in terms of professionality, for example, in the meeting, knowing much more than one language can solve something like communication barriers, because in case in the meeting someone didn't understand only one language, so maybe they can explain to the other person with the language that they know. So this one can be solve crisis in their meeting, because they will understand what are they talking, they're trying to say to each other in their meeting. And then it is also important if supervisors know more than one language, because with this benefit they can get travel to overseas easily, because when their boss trust them because they know more than one languages, for example, the boss will trust them, and the boss will send them to overseas to do some travel there for business trips. So because when you want to be in the overseas, you need to know more than one languages. So I think yes, this is have knowing one more languages is basically can give you more of benefits. I think that's all.
Hi, so I can answer the question now?
Yes.
Okay, so why supervisors should learn the language more than one, right? So I think as a supervisor, you are not a normal person already. You are a special person more than an employee or worker. So if you are bigger, you have the bigger responsibility, so you need to solve the bigger problem as well. So if you have a big problem, so you need to more skills and knowledge in order to overcome this kind of problem as easy as you can, because everyone have problem, everyone have the skill and knowledge, but depend the skill and knowledge. If your skill and knowledge is high, you can solve the problem in a short time, and then you can solve it in a successful way. So for example, if today you are a supervisor, but then the customer or your employee is only can speaking in Iban language, and then you cannot really speak in Iban, and then maybe you talk in Bahasa Melayu or English or Chinese to this kind of Iban person, so definitely there will be misunderstanding your meaning. So can you see, actually you have a good heart or knowledge or attitude, but then you see this language, the small things cause this kind of problem. People misunderstand you because of language. So you see, language is so important. So I think the more the language you learn, the more people you can meet, and then you can, how to say, you can meet any kind of people. For example, if you know how to speak in Spanish, you can go USA there, the South America. You can talk with Brazil people. You can talk with the local people, and then for example, like Chinese, the dialect, the Cantonese, the Hokkien. If you can speak this kind of dialect as Chinese, you can talk with all people, all Chinese people. So if you use Chinese to talk with all people, that cannot get the sincere heart, the fully genuine heart. If you talk their mother tongue language, I think this one is very success. I think very effective. So this one is my opinion. So supervisor should learn more than one language or not? Yes, I think so. Thank you.
我觉得身为一个 supervisor，要懂得很多种语言。接下来我会 list 出3个为什么一个 supervisor 要懂得很多语言啦。第一个就是我们所谓的第一印象嘛。今天如果身为一个 supervisor 啦，你今天继续跟人家谈生意啊，不管是做什么都好。今天如果你只会一个语言，然后你今天所面对的是外国人啦，但是你不懂那英文，所以你给人家的第一印象肯定是没有到那么好咯。OK， 如果今天我们请了一个 supervisor 是懂得很多种语言的，这样子肯定我们能够很好的跟人家去跟我们的合作人去那个交流咯。第二个，然后呢，我们就是最不需要担心，但是如果一个 supervisor 懂得很多种语言，就是不会有任何的 misunderstanding 啦，就是在合作上面啊，在什么东西都好，不管是跟人家合作还是跟自己的 workers 都好，都不会有这样子的冲突到了。OK， 这样子，如果今天一个 supervisor 他还会懂很多种语言，肯定这间公司的工作效率啊之类的都是会更容易的完成啦。OK， 这样子第二个如果今天一个 supervisor 他懂得很多的那个语言，肯定这间 company 也是有不少的利益啦。讲他会有更多的机会跟别人合作。OK， 这样子的话对方也会觉得比较亲近啦，因为今天很容易沟通嘛，然后当然也会比较相信这一间 company 咯。如果假设说另外一间 company 也想找他们合作，但是他们的 supervisor 不会英文、不会华语啦，这样子都是一种问题啦。所以说懂得很多语言也是一个很重要的东西啦。OK， 肯定当然，如果一个 supervisor 他要是很多才多艺啦，懂得很多种语言，肯定也会带来很多的收获这样子。OK， 这样子就第3个point 就是讲到，如果一个 supervisor 如果懂得很多种语言，肯定也会说出他自己的 professional 啦，就是也是所谓的专业。这样讲话，就是 as 别人啦，他们肯定会觉得说，这一个 supervisor 什么语言都很厉害，肯定是在这个公司有受过什么很特别的那种培训这样子啦。OK， that's all 啦 ，thank you。
My opinion, a supervisor must at least know more than one language because beneficial is that you immediately and easily set yourselves apart from anyone else in the workplace, especially if you are in retail or manufacturing where having employee whose first language is not English is common. If you are applying for a new job or are up for a promotion, your knowledge can set you above the competition. Be sure your supervisor or manager is aware that you are bilingual the next time the opportunity for a potential but in position where it ends. Thank you.
As a conclusion, After I've interviewed 5 interviewees, all of them agrees that he or she as a supervisor should know at least more than one language. So I think that in this globalizing business context, people with different language are required to work together, which leads to various forms of communication between colleagues who are more or less multilingual. And professional mobility across borders has made the workplace not only multicultural but increasingly multilingual. And for the workplace, it's not only a physical space where people work, but also a social space where people meet, interact, and build relationships. And language also can hinder or enhance cooperation among co-workers and can affect the performance of the company as a whole. So I think that knowing a language doesn't only mean that you can only speak it, but it is also the process of learning another language involves entering another culture as well. So this builds an understanding for the culture and its people and helps employees to better interact with others. And as a supervisors who are able to speak a foreign language can also help out around the office in additional ways, such as by directly reading and responding to clients' requests in their own language, which would also save translation expenses, stress, and delays. And if a supervisor is able to speak a foreign language fluently, then even more opportunities can open up. You might be the employee that your boss will turn to first when writing contracts for foreign clients or call in to settle important cases. So sometimes a larger company could also need a supervisor or manager to travel to a foreign country to complete a sale. And while a smaller company maybe could need a manager to travel additional responsibilities, to travel to the same place and open a branch. And these additional responsibilities will also come with increased job security, wages, and advancement opportunities as well. Yeah, so that's all.